Hello, everyone, and welcome to Armstrong in the Loop podcast. I'm your host, Seth Prentice, and today I'm joined by John Cyprian, Director of Butler County Veteran Services. John, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Seth.
It's a pleasure of mine, especially with the month of November, Veterans Day. We should always be thinking and taking care of our veterans, and what better time to talk with you today and learn more about what is Butler County Veteran Services.
Well, Seth, like I always like to say, Butler County Veteran Services is the one-stop shop for any veteran needs. So regardless what a veteran is searching for, if it's something on the local level, the county level, or the state level or federal level, we should be able to assist with all their needs. So, but yeah, Veterans Day, month of November, previously Armistice Day, after World War I became Veterans Day, World War II. What a great month.
It is. What benefits can your office help assist veterans with?
Most of the benefits they're searching for is like the service-connected stuff, something that they incurred in illness, injury, or disease while on active duty. They're looking to file claims for that. We specialize in that. Other claims are the non-service connected pension claims, where a veteran may have some financial needs or a disability that occurred from outside of service, or one of the big ones is nursing home benefits, when a veteran goes into a nursing home and they're looking for some financial assistance with that as well.
So if someone would need nursing home care, does that also apply to, maybe the afterlife? I know my great uncle, who was also a veteran, just passed away recently. Do death benefits, is that something your office helps with as well?
Yeah, so, and sorry for your loss on your uncle. When a veteran passes away in Butler County, or any county in the Commonwealth, actually, the funeral directors send us all that paperwork. So there are burial benefits that could be associated with the passing of the veteran. So most of those benefits are for wartime era veterans only. But we do require that peacetime veterans and funeral directors do send us the peacetime paperwork as well, because there may be some federal benefits that the peacetime veteran may be entitled to. But when a veteran passes away in the county, and or their spouses passes away in the county, then all that paperwork gets sent to our office, and we process that paperwork. There is I call it like a condolences from the county, like thank you for your service to the family members. There's $100 that's associated with that gets sent out for the veteran on there. And then sometimes if they order a government headstone, so on the county side, we pay $100 towards the setting of that headstone, again, wartime era only, and then the federal government will make the headstone and send it and ship it free of charge.
That's great to know. I have to ask only because I've been to somewhere like the Cemetery of the Allegheny. Do you help people that might not be able to place a veteran and find assistance on that end?
Oh, absolutely. So, well, the funeral director mostly makes those arrangements. So if the veteran wants to go to the Cemetery Allegheny, the funeral director usually makes those arrangements. And but mostly what they're looking for is the DD-214 or the military discharge for that burial in a national cemetery. So, and I will tell your audience that you can't get a dime out of the VA without that DD-214. So if you don't have that thing readily available, please look for it, give it to a loved one, safekeeping, or a copy of it safekeeping, or let the loved one know where it's at, so that we can expedite those benefits for you.
Great to know. I have to ask this only because I think, a lot of young people are in our area. Does your office help assist with the GI Bill?
We do, but we can, because that's basically administered out of Buffalo, New York. So, I mean, we can assist them on just providing that phone number for them, or if they're having difficulty with them, we'll sit down with them. We'll call Buffalo and try to get whatever it is, whether the benefit's there, or if they're having trouble obtaining the benefit, we can work with the veteran on that. But most of that is done out of Buffalo, New York, and then they They have a vet rep at all the higher institutions, so like BC3, Slippery Rock, Grove
Mhm.
City, that will help with the financial aid portion of that.
All right. Well, since we're in November, we have to talk about Veterans Day, as it's one of my favorite
Right?
days to see what each community does to honor our veterans. Are Veteran Day events still being held in Butler County this year with the pandemic going on?
Yeah, we're trying to. It's the VA Medical Center. We cut that service out, out of respect for COVID and the patients up there at the VA Medical Center. It breaks our heart to do that because we've never let those veterans forget that they're still being honored and respected. So we're going to try to do something for them up there. Waiting on Harrisburg to give us a thumbs up or thumbs down for our parade permit. Everything has been met. We met all the criteria for that with additional insurance and a letter from the city. And I want to take the moment to thank City Council, the Mayor, Ben, and Chief O'Neill from the City Police Department here that bent over backwards to get the extra stuff that we needed to provide to the state for their requirements for the parade. So kudos to those individuals. But yeah, we're just waiting on it. It's probably going to be a game day decision, whether up or down. But we're planning as if the permit's a go. Everybody's planning as if it's a go. It'll be a short parade. A lot of the bands and high schools have canceled because they can't properly social distance and blow the horns with a mask. So a lot of them have already canceled. But I think it's important that we still celebrate Veterans Day.
No, I completely agree, and I give credit to all of you for still trying to find a way to make something happen, even if it's on a small scale.
Yeah, it's kudos to the committee. They're actually meeting as we speak, so I'll get an update later. But again, we're just waiting on that permit. It broke my heart to cancel it Memorial Day. Memorial Day is a little bit more special in my mind because those are the ones that actually died for our country.
Hmm.
And so that one that really tore me apart to have to cancel that because of no permit.
I feel awful for all of you that had to go through that, especially not being able to celebrate Memorial Day the way that we're all used to doing so. As that's always such a great ceremony to see put on, and I've covered many of them in different communities.
Yeah, it's yeah. Believe me, the veteran community wasn't happy either. So, but we have to take our lumps when we get them.
Well, let's talk about the pandemic outside of the parade and Memorial Day. How has your office, seen the impact and those that you work with, especially with the veterans? Are you helping more people? Are there way more questions coming in this year?
Well, it has increased because I think a lot of people are being at home, have a lot more time on their hand to take care of putting off what they've been wanting to do, but never had the time to do it. So we have seen an influx. We never shut down during the pandemic, so the
Oh, wow.
courthouse has always been open. So yeah, but the girls in the office were furloughed, and so it was just yours truly here manning the fort. But we muddled through it. We don't complain about it. We just keep on going. And so we're back to full staff. And again, I think it's because a lot of people have a lot of time on their hands and they want to take care of some of the stuff that they've been meaning to take care of.
Have you been in contact with the VA to see if there's a drastic increase on the entire health system for them with everything being turned upside down?
I sometimes, but I don't want to speak on their behalf.
Sure, sure,
I
sure.
know they do. They have gone more telehealth for that, the screening. So they're not fully back, but I'd rather have them answer that than myself.
Not a problem. Are there ways that the
Yep.
community can help support what your office does?
Well, they've always have. Well, I've always said that Butler County is probably the most patriotic community in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And I could go through a whole list of what our veteran community does. I don't think you have enough time on your podcast. But and I know what every county does. I'm the only two-time past state president for our association, so I know what all the counties do. And and like I tell the committees, it's not boasting their ego. I mean, I am boasting their ego, but it's not a biased statement from me because I'm here in Butler. It's a statement because I know what the other counties do, and I know what they don't do. And they do not do nearly what we do here in Butler County.
What started that precedent that enabled Butler County to be the stronghold on taking care of veterans?
Well, I think the community-wise, I think it was the World War. I have to give it to the World War II veterans. When I come in almost 30 years ago, 28 years ago, whatever it was, those World War II veterans, they kind of like surrounded me and they said, "This is what we've done. This is what we're going to do, and this is what we're going to continue to do. And we need you to keep the tradition going." So I really got to give it back to the World War II veterans who learned from the World War I veterans. So it's a foundation that was built upon throughout those years that does what we do today. We still it's the same. It's basically the same program that started 50 plus years ago, and tweaked, modified, enhanced, but the premise is still the same.
Oh, that's great. Is there anything that you would like to see be done in Butler County that might not be going on right now?
Yeah, I like to have that permit for the parade. I think everything's covered in Butler. When I got here, we had little memorials. I'm a history guy. I like history, and I like to be reminded of history. I think it keeps us straight. So we built the World War II memorial, and I'm glad there was a lot of World War II veterans that got to see it before they passed. We built the Korean memorial. There was never one in the county for that, so I'm glad a lot of Korean War veterans were able to see that too. Maybe years down the road we could do something for Persian Gulf. It's just a thought. But I think the veteran community is just second to none. I can't say any more words that could express the gratitude that this veteran community does. Anything we ask them to do, boom, they're right there. They do it. They get it done, top notch. It's made my life a lot easier.
And I can't thank them enough for being able to be here today to have the opportunity to speak with you, let alone for everything else they've done for not only the county but for our entire country.
No, absolutely. Yeah, they really go above and beyond. And Shawnee and Melissa here in the office, they go above and beyond. A lot of people would say, "Well, if you just did your job," but we'd like to give back. I think that's what government's supposed to do, and I know as long as I'm here, that's what we're going to do, because we go above and beyond the call of duty of what the office is actually supposed to do. But in my mind, it doesn't matter. If it has to do something with the veteran community, then we're going to do it.
For sure. John, is there anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Not a whole lot. I would just stress that please find that DD 214, because that is, I guess, the master key to unlock all your veteran benefits. Because again, without it, you're just not going to get anything out of the VA. We can cry together all day long, and then when we're done crying, we still need that DD 214. So I can't stress it enough to your audience to find that DD 214. If you want to bring it in, the original into the courthouse to have it recorded, that would be perfect, because then we have full access to it. So when something happens, we can initiate those benefits easily.
Well, John, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to talk with us. It was very insightful, and thank you for everything your office does to help our veterans, and happy Veterans Day to all of our veterans out there listening to our show.
Amen. Thank you very much for having me, Seth.
For Armstrong in the Loop podcast, I'm Seth Prentice, keeping you in the loop. Are you enjoying Armstrong in the Loop podcast? Great news! All past and current episodes are available on popular streaming apps and websites. Search Armstrong in the Loop podcast and subscribe today.